While the English-speaking world hasn't really had the opportunity to try out Square Enix's MMO Dragon Quest X Online, many gamers are certainly aware of its existence. Now originally releasing on August 2nd, 2012 on the Wii in Japan, the series now has a home on many different platforms, including the likes of the Wii U, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, mobile, and even browsers. And, of course, this is all region-locked to Japan. Now, what you may not know, or may not know in detail, is that a cloud-based version of the game was also released on the Nintendo 3DS, which is going to be the topic of discussion today. Danny from the Famicast here, now celebrating 10 years of being on the internet. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Leave us a comment down below, and we may read it out on our bi-weekly show called the Famicast. Buckle up, though, because today we're taking a look at Dragon Quest X Online on the Nintendo 3DS. Now, before we get into everything, I just want to note here that I'm by no means a longtime player of Dragon Quest X, or any MMOs for that matter. Now, the purpose of this video is to let you guys know whether or not this is a viable way to play Square Enix's MMO, and also just to give you a little bit of background on this version of the game. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and just dive in. So, Dragon Quest X Online originally released on the Nintendo 3DS on September 4th, 2014 as a package game. Now, the game did not ship on a cart, and the package itself is just a cardboard box containing a digital code for the game that can be claimed on the Nintendo 3DS eShop. Now, additionally, the package also includes a 60-day play ticket, a poster, and a ticket for some in-game items. Now, when originally released, gamers could not just simply download Dragon Quest X Online as an app from the eShop. They could only access it via a download code directly from Square Enix, either bundled in this package or by filling out some kind of online form via Square Enix's website. Now, the latter of which was only available during specified times, such as when like a free trial of the game was available. Now, the game did eventually see a proper release in the eShop on December 1st, 2015. Now, as I mentioned previously, Dragon Quest X Online on the Nintendo 3DS is a cloud-based game, meaning that it doesn't run natively on the system. Cloud provider Ubisoft, the same guys responsible for cloud versions of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Control, and Hitman on the Nintendo Switch, these guys were the ones to make this game a reality on Nintendo's handheld. Now, with that said, being online in nature, it is a little difficult to play this game on the go unless you were to maybe tether to a mobile device or something like that. Now, as for the box itself, I managed to actually pick one of these up well after the initial release via a reseller here in Japan. Now, all the coupons were used, and even with that, the previous owner felt it necessary to physically cut out all of the codes from the leaflets, which is kind of annoying. But, at any rate, the box here is made of cardboard. It even has like this little pocket/area inside for all the leaflets to kind of fit in nicely. Now, the outside features the artwork from the original version of Dragon Quest X and your typical explanations and screenshots and all that on the back, as you can see here. Now, you can also see too, I kind of unfolded this poster and kind of spread it out so you can kind of see what that looks like. And so yeah, it's a pretty nice little piece if you're looking for something to add to your collection. Now, I did actually manage to play the game back in 2015 during a free 3-hour trial thing that they had going on. Actually, I talked about this way back in August of the same year on the Famicast 62, Famisplat season in detail. So if you want to hear my complete thoughts from that time, I suggest going back and listening to the episode here. You can actually find that linked up in the description box below. But if you can't be bothered to do that, I'll kind of paraphrase here. So at the time, there were a lot of gamers in Japan that really complained about this version of the game on Amazon Japan. And they were talking about issues logging in, issues with the streaming aspect of the game, and just an overall poor experience. Now, my experience at the time wasn't ideal, but the game was functional. It looked like, quoting myself here, watching a Wii game that is sub-DVD quality, and it was also at times grainy and choppy. Since then, and for the topic of discussion today, how does this game look and play all these years later? Well, let's take a look at some off-screen footage that I have here that I captured. Sorry, I don't have the big bucks to throw down on DirectFeed 3DS capturing it, but anyways, yeah, let's just go ahead and have a look. And, to be honest here, remembering my experience from years ago, I wasn't really expecting much, but I was actually pleasantly surprised with how the game ran. Now, additionally, before you actually dive into the game, you are able to check out previews for each current available version of the game, versions 1 through 5 at this point, as well as mess around with some settings and purchase play tickets and stuff like that. Now, after setting up my character, I was let loose in the first village. So overall, the game ran very smoothly, and I can't really think of many times where the streaming aspect of the game was, noticeable, where I felt like I was playing something that was being streamed from the cloud. Now, I wandered around the town, I talked to some people, and even did a couple of different battles here. Now, everything was great and worked better than I expected it to. Of course, visually speaking, the game is a little bit pared back. It looks fine, but if you're looking for like visual fidelity, playing on like more powerful hardware is definitely the way to go here. Now, although the game did run smoothly for me in my short time playing and prep for this video, there are a few things that I did notice. Now, the initial load time before getting into the game was a little bit long, and there are some instances of popping in and like loading in of when you're making your way through detailed areas, like, sometimes foliage will pop in a little bit, buildings, etc., stuff like that. Also, while playing the game, you are unable to use the home button while logged in, and it kind of makes sense given the always connected nature of the game, so this is something that I could kind of overlook. Now, it is nice to have this soft keyboard that's always available on the lower touchscreen of the 3DS. However, I think it could have been better served housing the map, perhaps giving gamers the ability to flip between the two as they please. Now, as it stands right now, the map is available on the top screen in the corner, like the bottom left corner of the screen, but it's relatively small. I mean, you can press the Y button and it does increase the size, but it takes up a significant portion of the screen, and it kind of makes it a little bit difficult to see what's going on around you. I mean, when it's all said and done, though, if this is like the biggest complaint that I could come up with, things here really aren't as bad as I thought they would be. Now, it has definitely been interesting to go back to the streaming version of Dragon Quest X on the 3DS all these years later. While it's obviously not the most ideal way to play, this version of the game still serves as a functional way to try out Square Enix's MMO. Now, it seems to be only a matter of time before the 3DS version of the game just gets canned, and right now, as of June 2021, the game is still up and running, but could be delisted or discontinued at any time. Now, if you're in Japan, speak Japanese, have a Japanese 3DS, and or you're just interested in the game, I know lots of barriers of entry there, give it a try. For all of you other guys out there, I hope you guys enjoyed this look at this kind of oddity of a release on the 3DS. Let's go ahead and turn things over to you guys. Are you interested in playing Dragon Quest X online, even though it doesn't look like it's going to be coming out in English anytime soon? How about playing it via the cloud? Does this look like something that's cool or something that they should just not do? Be sure to sign up with your comments down below. We'd definitely love to hear from you. Now, as always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you like what you see, please feel free to drop this video a like. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. We've got tons of podcasts, video reviews, special videos like this, and a whole lot more. Again, this is Danny from the Famicast. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.